This is a sort of a part 2 on this Orgonite and crystals, and I want to also link that up to working out, strange as that might be, and getting big and what the human body is, because at the most primary state, what you are is a piece of an Orgonite yourself. So when we think of the body differently, we can think of the influx and outgoing of energy, and how does that occur? How does one get big? Like on the physical plane, they use physical instruments, they use physical objects. But again, if we recreate ourselves from the initial source, well, we built ourselves with our mind. How else could it have occurred? The body is not made out of this figment of nutrition in the way that we're told. And so when we see our body again as an instrument that makes it heals itself, if it heals itself, why couldn't you instruct it to build itself differently? It's really no different. But what we have is caps or stops on our mind to say, no, there's no way you can turn into something so far from what you are now. And that right there is that imagination in itself is the stopper. And so we've even considered, to get bigger, to get stronger, we have to go pick up some physical objects and do these things. So if we start at the place, and again, this can be used, and if here's where you have to start though. You have to identify with yourself, what is the purpose of getting bigger? And if you think it's like that's primary for people when they want to start working out, what is the purpose of it? Is it just to be healthier? Is it to attract a mate? Is it to whatever it might be? I think needs to be defined, and that way you can get back into your mind and see if it's not your mind that can do the work. See if it's not if your mind, if you're on this journey with me here and understanding how we are always affecting space and time, and we're part of that, then of course you could affect your own body. Just your thoughts, you can affect yourself to make you sick. You can affect yourself to make you less stressed. You can make yourself happy. You can make yourself all sorts of things with mindsets. So if that mindset is affecting, if I can affect matter outside of myself, or time and space outside of myself, I'm part of that. So certainly I should be able to affect my human form to the degree that I perceive that I can. How quickly could that be done? Take it into the idea of me showing you all the rice experiment. I showed you that in 2 weeks from a distance with one charge, I put an entirely different energy system on 3 different things of rice. And normally that would take a month or so for a bunch of people to recharge daily. So that advancement of my mind is akin to what your advancement could be in your mind, of the kind of time and space you can attract to yourself, or to repulse from you, or what you want to happen inside of your body. This idea of even making yourself sick or healthy. You're affecting the cellular structure of your body, the atoms of your body. So if you're doing that, at what point does that stop? At what point, excuse me today, at what point does that, what is the limit to that? And it's truly your mind. It couldn't be anything else. Do you have to go pick up something to? I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't seem to be so. If it's all about retraining the mind and seeing yourself as Orgonite, which is the center point of the vortex, the place of time wave zero, the place of infinite creation. From there, well, then anything is possible. And so it's about taking steps in reclaiming what your power is. And these practices, these things you can do, which include, again, this isn't discounting exercising. This isn't saying not to do it. It's not saying not to use tools. And it's like saying we use this technology here that's in front of us to help people connect back themselves, even though in some ways the computer is become too much of a burden for people because they rely on it too much. We still have to use it to teach people how not to rely on it. What a conundrum. But in the same way, we can teach people to use all sorts of tools, Orgonite, different types of things, tarot cards, do a rice experiment, do these kind of things and try to speed up and change processes. And as soon as you start collapsing that from the space around you inside of yourself, then you can alter anything. Talk soon, guys. Cheers.